I've got a wild story to share. One of the best, ex-husband gets the last laugh, tales I've come across in ages. Let me tell you, the wife in this one gets hit hard by karma, wrecking her marriage and hurting her kids in the process. The guy's thrilled about it, and I love how he doesn't even try to hide it. He owns it. He's like, I'm 49, and 3 years back, I found out my 47-year-old wife was cheating on me. She'd met some dude at her job, came home one day, and just laid it out. She was in love with this new guy, didn't love me anymore, and wanted to split up. This was someone she'd only known for 4 months. We'd been together since our 20s, raised 3 kids, 29, 27, and 24 years old. 4 months with this guy, and she's already head over heels, tossing aside everything we built. Emotions took over, like they always do, and common sense out the window. I fought hard to save our marriage, begging her not to throw it all away. But she wouldn't stop seeing this guy. You can't keep chasing someone who treats you like dirt. But I was so shocked and hurt, I couldn't think straight. One weekend, she vanished from Friday afternoon to Sunday night, and that was it. I kicked her out of the house. Good for me, honestly. She moved in with her new guy right away, and her only excuse? I didn't mean to hurt you, but there's something special about him, and I deserve to be happy. That was her whole reason for torching our life together. Just shallow feelings. It's all about those butterflies, those tingles. But guys who spark that, they're rarely the ones you build a life with. Reality always catches up. We finalized our divorce in early 2023, and even though I was furious with her, I played it cool to get a decent deal. She was so obsessed with her dream man that she didn't drag out the divorce, which worked in my favor. I wasn't about to call her out or make a scene. I played the long game. Stayed calm, and got what I needed. In the end, I kept my pension and the house my grandma left me, though I had to give her half my 401k, which stung. At least the kids are grown and out of the house, so no child support mess. But the divorce hit our kids hard. All 3 took it rough. My oldest son, 29, told her if she chose this guy, he'd cut her out of his life for good. And he meant it. He's a grown man, not a kid. Neither of our sons talks to her now. Our daughter, 24, tries to keep in touch sometimes, but it's a weird, strained relationship. She's kind-hearted, but every call with her mom leaves her more upset than before. Honestly, my ex didn't just ditch me. She abandoned our kids, even if they're adults. That's on her. About 6 months after the divorce, my ex called me out of nowhere. Guess what? She said she'd made a huge mistake and wanted to come back home. 6 months. Turns out her perfect guy was an alcoholic who verbally abused her and blew through all her money. Too bad, right? I tried to save our marriage while she was tearing it apart, but she didn't care. Now she wanted back in. No way. I let her have it, telling her exactly what I thought of her as a wife, a mother, and a person. I said, "This is your life now, deal with it. You don't have a home here anymore. Never contact me again." Man, that felt good. Over the past year, she's tried reaching out again, especially after a few things went down. I met someone new. My sister introduced me to her friend, who's also divorced. We hit it off last summer, and while neither of us wants to remarry, we're happy together. I probably should have taken more time before jumping into something new, but it's helped me move on. Plus, it's like a jab at my ex, who's miserable. When she heard about my new relationship, she tried contacting me again, but I ignored her. Then my son got married and didn't invite his mom, exactly what she deserves. She reached out, begging me to talk to him for her, but I said I would and didn't follow through. Deep down, I think she's getting all the pain she earned for destroying our family without a second thought. She cheated, lied, and chose some fling over everything we had. Too bad, so sad. My ex had only known this guy for a few months, and I bet there's more to the story than she let on. I'm sure she left out some juicy details about why she was so quick to ditch me and the kids. Months later, she came crawling back, "Oh, I'm so sorry." But no way was I falling for that. She had no trouble kicking me to the curb and abandoning our kids like they didn't matter. She earned every bit of this mess, but in her head, she probably thought I'd just take her back with open arms. She recently told our daughter she finally dumped her so-called dream man because she couldn't handle his drinking and his total lack of responsibility. Apparently, he burned through half of the 401k I had to give her in the divorce. Yep, my hard-earned money. On top of that, he totaled her car while driving drunk. This is a guy in his 40s, mind you. She threw our entire family under the bus for someone she barely knew, all because he was exciting. That's what happens when you chase the thrill. You've got a husband at home being a responsible dad, working hard, keeping the family together, but that's boring. So, she ran off with a guy who's got substance abuse issues, no job, and a knack for screwing everything up. Then, when it all falls apart, she thinks she can just waltz back. No chance. I pretend to feel bad for her when people ask, but deep down, I'm loving how miserable she is. Call me cold, but I don't care. She brought this on herself. She deserves every second of this pain. I still remember sitting there one Saturday night, watching her get ready for a date with this loser. She was giggling on the phone with her friend, joking about how awkward it was to still be living with me. That was a year of pure hell for me, and she didn't care one bit. So yeah, I'm not shy about telling my friends, family, and even the kids that she's getting exactly what she deserves. I can't wait for her to find out our son and his wife are expecting a baby later this year. If she hadn't thrown it all away for some fling, she might have been part of her grandchild's life. Instead, she's stuck in her crummy one-bedroom apartment with her beat-up car. Meanwhile, my new girlfriend and I are planning a trip to Hawaii this summer, a vacation my ex and I always dreamed of taking after our daughter graduated college. I thought about sending her pictures just to twist the knife, but nah, I won't bother. I don't need to contact her at all. I'm sure she'll see my social media posts one way or another, and that's enough. No need to feel guilty. This is her mess, not mine. This whole thing is just so satisfying. She destroyed our marriage because she was bored and chasing those tingles. She could have talked to me if she felt stuck. We could have tried new things, taken a trip, gone to a fancy restaurant, whatever. But no, she chose to cheat and throw it all away for a deadbeat. The worst part, that jerk blew half my 401k. But you know what? Tough luck for her. What drives her nuts even more is that I've moved on. Guys can do that. Women sometimes think they're just as desirable in their 40s and 50s as they were in their 20s, but it doesn't work like that. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of great-looking women in their 40s and 50s, but it's not the same. A guy like me, in his 40s, taking care of himself, with a steady job and some stability, it's not hard to find someone new, whether she's in her 20s, 30s, or older. I just have to be smart about it. For women, it's trickier, and my ex is learning that the hard way. I've seen some comments online about stories like mine, and they're gold. One person was like, "Yeah, man, she got what she deserved." Another said I should maybe encourage the kids to talk to their mom, but I'm not about that. Someone else nailed it. She threw away a solid marriage and amazing kids for a guy she knew for 4 months, all for some temporary high. She betrayed her family and doesn't get to come running back now that she's miserable. She did this to herself. I totally agree, no mercy for her. Another guy shared how his ex did the same thing. Met some dude at work, left after 2 months, and when it crashed and burned, she wanted him back. He laughed in her face, then ended up marrying her former best friend. They're still going strong 26 years later. That's how you do it. Another comment was from a woman whose boyfriend went through almost the exact same thing. His wife left him for a co-worker, forced a divorce even though he fought for her, and gave him the house, just to run off with the guy. When the co-worker dumped her years later, she was stuck living with her mom. The woman said she loves knowing her boyfriend's ex is miserable. Stories like this are everywhere, and it's always the same. The wife wrecks everything for some exciting guy, then regrets it. Success is the best revenge, though. Living a good, happy life while she's stuck in her mess. That's the ultimate win. Most people out there are miserable in some way. So when you're thriving, it stings them even more. It's rare to actually see someone who wronged you get what's coming. But when you do, man, it feels incredible. If you're loving this wild story about karma doing its thing, give this video a big thumbs up. Want more crazy stories like this one? Hit that subscribe button and join the crew. It helps spread the word and lets me know you're into these kinds of tales.